Where do we begin on this one? This is good. Where do we begin on this one? There's so many points to address. Oh my goodness. Got to get my thoughts together here and where to start because there's so many things to break apart and just have a really good laugh about. Well, let's get the numbers up and we'll talk. And he was ecstatic about having two viewers that came in, and then he got more ecstatic when somebody else came in, and when somebody new came in and posted a comment, he was like ready to lose his noodle. That was good to start off with, but it got better. Oh, it got much better. Now I had one question to start with. Is this wedding going to require, is it going to be casual attire or is it going to be formal? Casual or formal attire for the wedding? But wait a minute. The wedding's supposed to be February 8th. Now it's March 22nd. So which is it, son? Is it February 8th or March 22nd? Is it going to be formal attire or is it going to be casual attire? Is it going to be a band? Or are they going to bring in a karaoke machine? And who's going to cater to the event? Oh, only a TV comedy movie a week special or something. I don't know. Oh, then moving down the line, he's got money for bail. Who said I don't have money? Well, why was he begging for money for bail? And if he's got money for bail, I guess the second question would be is why didn't he post bail? Hmm, interesting. I've been around the block, he says, many times in regards to his work situation. Well, the question I posed was he worked at a bar and a restaurant. So you've been around the block many times. Well, was the bar around the block from the restaurant? That would be a fair question. I can't quote everything on his show except that he was kind of frazzing out over the fact that there was nobody there for quite a while to even view his show. That was funny just to begin with. He was getting just flustered. And no, I don't stay up all night to wait for him to do his show. I go to bed at a certain time. And if he does do his show, I'll just catch it another time. And I could save my laughs for when I actually catch it on the rerun. But let's see. Let me try to go through the list of some of the funnier than shit things I'm not going to court, he quotes. I fired my lawyer. I'm not coming to court, and I'm not going to be on Zoom. Okay, well, if you're not going to go to court, and you're not going to be on Zoom because you claim you fired your lawyer, well, I guess the next question was, how would that benefit you? Guess he's just not thinking, right? All that dust in that cell has polluted your mind. So then he says, I only pleaded guilty to one charge. Well, the charges was the thing about the pedophile. And there's just 5 counts on that. So when you pleaded guilty, Junior Mint, you pleaded guilty to 5 charges, son. 5 charges. 5. Not 1. Oh, then he tried to get down and dirty, talk about my mama. Talk about my mama. Are you running out of material there, Junior Mint? That was a funny, but it was a sad show at the same time. It was hilarious, though. He negated everything he said on there. And that was fun to listen to. So if you got bail money, wait, you were begging for money for bail from people, but now in your own words, you say that, oh, I got money. I got money. Which is it? Your story's changed. February 8th, the wedding. Now it's March 22nd. You got money. You don't have money for bail. And if you did have money for bail, how come you're not bailed out? You said you want your freedom. You want to get out of there for a while, Then you're not going to show up in court. You're not going to show up on Zoom on the camera. I fired my lawyer. Now, number one, oh, and to add to that, no, I'm the one that tells my lawyer what to do. So in other words, why do you got a lawyer if you don't want to take his advice? That's why you hired him. Isn't that the way it works? No, I tell my lawyer what I want him to do. Well, there really must have been some really bad blood going on there. If that's your way of thinking, the fact is, if you don't have a lawyer, he bailed out. You didn't fire him. You bailed out. I mean, he bailed out. Facts, son. Don't worry, his lawyer will be there in March. Remember, if his lips are moving, I think we're all used to that by now. I don't know, on his show, because I'm not going to promote his channel, but everything he had to say on there was working against him. Again, he started calling me a pedo again. And this is a man who keeps on talking about he wants his freedom. He wants to marry his girl. But he also actually admitted that if I marry my girl, no, it shows how much love is there. If I married my girl, I ain't going to be sent out of the country. Oh, so you're admitting that if you found a way to marry your, quote, girlfriend, so in other words, you're saying that you're using her as a tool. That you're not marrying her out of love. You're marrying her as a way of finding a stay in the Philippines. Isn't that what you're really saying? From what I gathered. Well, that's kind of sad. And as far as me making an honest woman of my girlfriend and marrying her, first of all, no matter what the situation is in this country, I would never get married in the Philippines. I would never, because there's no divorce. Did he say, well, we know she's really married. Well, why don't you get an annulment? He's saying that too. Why? Why would I? I was married before, and I made a promise to myself that after that, there was no way in the world I'm going to get my ass married again. And I've been single ever since. Actually, we're going back many decades. Single, free man. It's too complicated in the Philippines if you want to get married because there's no divorce. If there's no divorce in the Philippines, why get married to somebody then find out for those newbies out there that are finding women and right away they want to marry them? Why complicate her life or yours if the Catholic Church is preventing you from getting divorced if the relationship didn't turn out? That makes no sense to me at all. Make an honest woman of her, he says. Get married. Well, she is honest. And you don't have to be together with somebody and have a piece of paper that says, "You're mine." Well, if you're a devoted couple to each other, you don't need a piece of paper in this country. Why? Unless there was some benefits to that. And in his case, he sees that as a benefit to try not to get deported, figuring he could apply for uh, some paperwork to get him to stay or whatever in the Philippines. Well, if you're going to go to prison, why would you get married anyway? That ain't going to help you. Oh, you'll get your stay in the Philippines, whether you're, well, if you're just planning to get married to do that, or thinking you could do that. But if you're in prison, you're not going anywhere anyway. Well, that's just the way I see it. But that was a funny show. In fact, it was hilarious, actually, when I think about it. He was all upset he didn't have any viewers and nobody came in. Took quite a while. He was about to give up. Then he got really excited when one of his regulars showed up and almost lost his fucking bowels. You found me. A viewer that I'm familiar with came on my show. That was funnier than shit. So I posed a question. February 8th was the marriage date. Now it's been changed to March 22nd. So which is it, son? And I really need to know. Everybody needs to know. Is it going to be casual attire in the jail cell or is it going to be formal wear? People need to know. You got to dress for the occasion. Now, catering, did you figure how many people are going to show up? I mean, that's a lot of planning. If you're going to have any catering, you have some lechon and everything going on in there. It's going to be a festival, a real festival. But people need to know their attire. If it's formal, they don't want to show up with a t-shirt, okay? Tell us if it's casual or formal. People need to know. Let's be fair about this. But the funniest thing he said is, if I marry her, I'm going to be able to stay in this country. So you admit that the whole goal of trying to marry her is not out of love, but it's more of a convenient situation for you, taking out your little toolkit and unfortunately using his girlfriend as a tool. If I get married, I'll be able to stay here. I can apply for this. I can apply for that. There's that 13 again. God bless you, man. God bless you. God bless you. I really don't want to be a party crasher. I might spoil the whole event. But then again, I wouldn't know what to wear. I don't want to show up to something formal in casual attire. I like to go with the protocol. So you got to tell your viewers when they show up for this gala festival, this event of the century, of your marriage, people need to know more details. Is it February 8th or is it March 22nd? You have to make up your mind, son. You changed it now from February 8th to March 22nd. Oh, is that in preparation for all the caterers and the cake and the invitations and so forth? You needed a little bit more time. I understand. Sometimes it does take quite a bit of planning. Now, what street urchin did you pick up and pay 20 pesos to come there and do a ceremony? Good morning, Illuminar. Did you hear his last show? I guess it was last night. He barely had any viewers at all, and he was all pissed off. Still calling me a pedo. He just doesn't learn. That's what the beauty of all this is. I don't have to do anything. And he said I only pleaded guilty to one charge. No, there are 5 charges, and you pleaded guilty to all 5 charges because the charges are based on the same reason for calling me a pedophile, a child molester. There are 5 charges, 5 counts on that. So if you plead guilty, you're not pleading guilty to one charge. It doesn't work that way. Put on your best, my eyes are really. Tic-tacky stained shirt, t-shirt. Mm-hmm. No, I barely go to Brevis's channel. Brisket sandwich delivery. No, I didn't see Brevis's short. Is Brevis going to be the best man? This gala event, man, it's going to be like the event of the century. But the boy's confusing people. He said February 8th. That's coming up pretty shortly. Now, the boy said, no, now it's March 22nd. Oh, did he come on camera? On who'd you say? On Brevis's show? So he actually came on camera on Brevis's show, or Brevis went over to see him? Is that what happened? Or I didn't see it, though. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. Oh, so Brevi boy, Drew went over to visit him, huh? Did he bring him a brisket sandwich, though? Did he bring him a brisket sandwich? Or a couple of pieces of fruit and some Oreo cookies? Oh, I'll definitely have to watch that. That ought to be good. Then he's talking about everybody thinks I got no money for the bail. Why were you begging for money for bail? And if you got the money for bail, well, how come you didn't bail out? Inquiring minds really want to know. So why don't you bail out if you got the money? Because you can't. And Mark Catley. I'm good, Mark. I'm good. Showed the sandwich, said it was delivered with potato wedges. Oh, there you go. Hey, I like potato wedges. When I do eat kind of French fried, I mean, I'd rather get the potato wedges. Good choice, Brevis. Good choice. You gotta look, well, if they're broiled, roasted potatoes, I'm down for it. Yeah, I wish I could watch it on the other phone, but I can't. I never keep it charged. I don't use it anymore. He was upset last night. It was about 8 hours. I don't know when he's always up late. I don't think he sleeps. He thinks I'm up watching his show. I go to bed a certain time. Remember, I'm an old frail man. Remember, Barry? I'm an old frail man. I can't stay up that late to watch his show. Oh, everybody got so pissed off. Some of the things I put on my uploads. I won't go into detail of that. If you saw my uploads, you saw my uploads. Oh, that Jay got Frank to get out of his house and get active. Okay, if you say so. I'll see. He did that stupid hillbilly. Oh no, yes, hillbilly laugh. You mean like the hee-haw, or something like that? Ha! No, it's like ha. Shit, that should be a bestseller. Because I just want to get home. Well, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. He said he fired his lawyer, and he's not showing up in court, and he's not going on the what do you call on the screen on Zoom. Well, how does he figure that he's going to get out of this situation unrepresented? Oh, I love that laugh. I got to make a loop of that somehow. Maybe one of you guys make a loop of that laugh, or maybe you could put it to music or something. Mark said the SIG is what is Popeye's laugh. Everybody's got their, even I do it. We all got our individual laughs on here. I don't know how to laugh any other way. I can say ha 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 like it's supposed to be H-A-H-A-H-A ha 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 ha. I just go or something like that, which is it's defining enough, you know. Oh, you guys could be funny. Yeah, that hillbilly laugh, man. That is like really, really a classic. As everybody, all my boys are showing up here this morning. I was reluctant to put anything on, really. It actually was. I actually did my exercise, so I was able to fucking just not, and go through the same shit all the time, but put a show on, and then I get lazy and I don't want to hit the equipment. But I did this morning. I did my weight, my hand weight. I'm doing every day. I did some isometrics. Did the thread, and did the bicycle. That, and then I do this isometric stuff. And basically, what you do is you go to a surface like this cabinet, and then you go to a 45-degree angle, and you do as many as you can, as often as you can. Then I was doing now my legs are hurting. My thighs, because I did this special exercise to get the thigh muscles going again and build them up along with some other adjacent muscles. But when you haven't used it for a while and you start doing exercise on particular muscles that you just haven't been using, oh, you'll feel it the next day. But that's how it works anyway. Brisket. Did Bummer, he delay his wedding because when his friend wins the lottery, he's booking Kid Rock to play the reception. That could be. Oh, it's going to be a gala event. Gala event. It's going to be a gala event. But as I said, he's not being very specific. I mean, for those that are going to come to his wedding, we really need to know if it's going to be formal, if it's going to be very casual. Can you just wear a t-shirt, dirty, stained, sweaty t-shirt, which is, within his classification of attire. These are things that we need to know. We can't guess at this stuff. Then March 22nd comes and you say, oh, we delayed it to May of 2027. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going out here have a smoke, Joe. The lighting ain't really good for this, but I can see. Oh, and rumor is Don K is going to cater to the gala wedding. Oh, I actually think so. Brevis has got to be his best man. For sure. I mean, those brisket sandwiches got to amount to something. Show the guy some respect. Make him the best man. Although I'm kind of pissed off. Because I thought I was going to be the best man. Well, I thought anyway. I was wrong. No, doggy, come here. Then he was yelling at those cats. I'm going to kill you. Boy, is that so atypical of him. Animal lover. Animal lover. Who the hell, even if he could get married, who the hell would want to get married under those circumstances? This way you can look back on your wedding album and say, yeah, we got married. No, it wasn't in, Las Vegas. It wasn't in some beautiful environment somewhere. But it was in a fucking detention center that's about to fall in on itself. All those make for just marvelous, marvelous memories. Oh, that's perfect. Jay the Bogan will be the ring bearer. That's only fair. That's only fair. I agree with you. At least we're on the same page. Well, he was pissed off. He hardly had any viewers. It excited when one of his regular viewers showed up on there. He almost fell off his fucking chair. Or his bunk bed. That was funny. Well, the whole show was funny. I didn't even know he had a show on, really. So I was reading some comments on, whose show was that? I was reading some comments and they put a link to his show. To his channel, anyway. Then the laughs began. He was about to get off because nobody was showing up. He was getting pissed off. Oh, I got 2 views. Oh, that's okay. And 2 thumbs up. So yeah, that's good. That works for me. Travel America count dropped to 30. I think it's 31. Hey, I subscribe to him. I don't know him, but I subscribe to him. Why not? So I helped this subscriber list just a little bit. Always willing to help out my fellow man. Where's that Queen song? I'm going to be free. Got to be free. Maybe I got the lyrics wrong, but anyway. Anyway, that's the other thing. Well, anyway. That pretty much was the show. Well, anyway. He doesn't know what to talk about. Then he, again, how many times? I'm not going to talk about this guy anymore. I'm not going to talk about him anymore. Then what does he do? He goes back to call me all these names and a pedo again. Talk about somebody that can't learn, that doesn't understand their situation, how serious it is. Jada Bo, okay. Oh, okay, got to read that. Oh, 25. He only had about 6. Student math, 26, and he had about six viewers on his channel. I got 26 right now. Oh, I even got 2 thumbs up. Wow, you guys are generous today. That's better than normal. And what about his other channels? They get taken down. Now he's like he's starting over again. Which, he's not even supposed to be on the phone. Oh, his lips are moving, he's telling a lie. Oh, they came in. Denny says immigration comes over there every day because he's getting a lot of complaints against him. So immigration is going to come over there every day. Every day, no, that's his words. Immigration is going to get off their comfortable seats and they're going to come over there every day to tell him of something he's doing wrong. Well, even as incredible that could ever be, why is he still using his phone? Because he don't want to listen to authority. He's admitted himself he has a problem with authority. He has a problem with everything, but he has a problem with authority. And if his lawyer really is not representing him anymore, doesn't take much to figure why. He goes, I tell my lawyer what to do. So why do you need a lawyer? Why don't you represent yourself? That's what I say. If you don't want to listen to your lawyer, and your lawyer's already pissed off at you, and really doesn't want to represent you because you went against everything he asked you to do, then why don't you just represent yourself? Right? Makes sense? Well, if his lawyer's not in the picture, then he dumped him. Yeah. If his lawyer's not in the picture, then he got dumped by his lawyer. Because, look, the job of a lawyer is to represent you. Let him do his job. Now, you can put your input into a lawyer, and the lawyer will say yes or no, I don't think that's a good idea. Or, okay, we can do this. But the fact is, and I can tell you the truth on this, somehow that lawyer is not in the picture somehow because there's been no response. He has not put in a motion for anything, for plea bargaining or anything. And that comes from my lawyer. He couldn't keep his lawyer's story straight on Nico's live stream. I went to see Nico's live stream. I didn't see anything about that. Did Nico take it down or something? But I didn't see a live stream that Barry was on. Maybe I'm missing something, but I went there I went there, and I didn't see anything of such nature. Did Nico pull it down? And why did he pull it down, if that's the case? I didn't see it. I want to have a good laugh. I went over there, and I did not see any live show that's currently on that the jail boy was on. Let's see, Brisket says his lawyer, okay, yeah. Lumina says, Nico probably deleted it. Nico pissed poops off big time. Pissed poops? Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Why would Nico piss his surrogate daddy off? I mean, why would he do that? That's his daddy. That's not making no sense to me. Not in the least. Do explain. 'Cause I didn't see it. I wish somebody would have recorded it. And how did he piss Popeye off? I mean, that's the man. Popeye's the man. Daddy Popeye. So you mean to tell me he pissed Popeye off? Really? Luminar said, yeah, shocking. Nico sided with Lost Nomad on their big fighting. So really, wow, this sounded eventful. Too bad. Too bad I didn't get to see that. That would have been worthwhile. Nico pissing off Popeye. That's something you don't hear every day. No. Daddy Popeye, something wrong with that picture, man. Did they have a falling out or something? Or Brisket says it's wrong to piss off Popeye off. He doesn't have a wife to take it out on with his fist anymore. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's a brilliant statement there. Absolutely brilliant. That's my new word. I love the British. They always say everything is brilliant. Brilliant. Well, that's brilliant. Brilliant. So I don't know. Let's say he pulled off some miracle that he's actually able to get married. Let's just go along with this. What is that really going to accomplish? It's in the court of law. I mean, they're obviously they're not that stupid. They're going to see what that's all about. But that's not still going to help his situation out. It's not. It's just simply not. There's the immigration issue. Broke the law on that. 5 counts of cyber libel on him. So where's this going to help him? And I understand he's under the theory that if he gets married, and he said it himself, if I marry my girlfriend, I'll be able to do this and do that and do this and do that. So wait a minute, that means that you want to marry her simply as a tool for your status in the Philippines. Oh, that's love, man. That's true love. Then he started to get a little shitty again. And my mother should have swallowed me and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that gives me a lot of incentive to want to go easy on this clown. Oh, that just gives me loads of incentive. He says he don't talk about nobody's family. The hell he don't. But the boy is just, well, you know, he's frustrated. He's absolutely frustrated. Then he's crying about, I got nobody to talk to. I only come on here for entertainment. Well, entertaining yourself or entertaining who? And I don't see much entertainment when you're practically your only line is, oh well, then talk about Uncle Frankie. Oh, this is rich. Let's see. Poops and Lost went, really? Poops and Lost went at it for 20 minutes. Poops left the stream extremely butthurt. Nico was actually nasty to Poop. Wow. Guess the bromance is over, huh? God, anybody have a recording of that? Send it to me on email or something or whatever. If anybody has a recording, I would love to listen to that. Play by play. Lunar said, interesting observation on Brevis's visit to the Mantis. The cell door was definitely locked. The cell door was locked? Was it really? Wow. So Brevis did not come into the cell? Let me make this clear. Did Brevis only able to talk to him from outside the cell door? Well, that's interesting. Wow. Oh, so wait a minute, wait a minute. So he came over to visit Barry, and he had to go in Barry's cell and be locked up. Oh, that's beautiful. Gives Breeders a feeling what it's like to be in a jail cell, although he's probably been there before. Brisket says, Illuminar, maybe it was locked because Brevis slipped the guard 1,000 pesos and said, conjugal visit, and winked. Oh, you guys. Brilliant, brilliant. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. God, I really wish I could have seen that. And why did Nico take it off? Was he guilty of something? Lumina says, Barry appears to have lost his roaming privileges. Wow. So he's in the same position as the Indian guy. Besides losing his monkey-ass mind, which is very apparent to me. When he does do his show, he's not like there, you know what I mean? He's like, and what he talks about makes no sense, and he keeps on talking about when he comes back home, but when's that going to be? So everybody thinks I'm broke. I got bail money. Okay, we'll bite on that. Well, from your Social Security. So if you have the money, I guess the first question would be and maybe the only question on that, why haven't you bailed out? Brisket in lottery ticket says after the Brisket Brevis treated Bummer to a spit roast, he won't be walking for a few days. I don't know. How do you know you didn't come on that sandwich and say it was mayonnaise? Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, man. How could you not love this stuff? I mean, I don't know. That's just me, but, you know, how could you not love this stuff? The way everything is just kind of panning out and everything that's been going on, I mean, how could you not, comment on this? How could you not, discuss this with the viewers and like I'm doing this morning? I mean, it makes my day. God, I got 7 hours of sleep in last night. I couldn't believe that. Probably taking that magnesium too. Magnesium citrate, folks. Wow. The Brevis Brisket short is still up. They are both wearing MAGA hats. So Brevis has a short up on that too. MAGA hat. Well, guys, I'm just going to tell you, you got your hero in office, but that guy's going to create a war, and then putting tariffs on everybody is going to create a lot of tension. And look, you voted for him. If you were in the States, I sure didn't. You voted for him. Don't start crying when everything starts falling apart, and then the middle class is completely gone. If you're still living in America, there'll be a war yet. He's the man to do it. Both wearing MAGA hats. I don't know. Putting him back in office is just proving to me how fucked up United States has become. I don't need any more proof. And he's given somebody a time limit now to, who is he giving a time limit to? To somebody. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. He's just going to piss off a lot of countries is what he's going to do. He's not helping the American people. I won't go into politics any more than this. He's not helping the American people by doing what he's doing. Well, now he wants to rename the Panama Canal. No. The Gulf of Mexico. Then he did a big spiel about the Panama Canal. That it takes $3 billion or whatever to get this thing running or something. And the money they make from that is a lot. But now he's going to change the name. Change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. Then he's talking about maybe buying Mexico or something, or making it a U.S. territory. Come on now. Please. And the jailhouse flies were buzzing all over Frisbee Sandwich. Were they really? I bet they were. Hey, free protein, man. I don't think those sandwiches are really that big of a meal. So getting a little extra protein in there. He's not going to refuse a respectable fly, or 2 or 3 or 500. What's this? I hope Trump decides to sell Alabama to another country. Yeah. Mark Catley says Barry is not locked up in his cell. Brevis is short. Oh, and Brevis is short. He's not locked up in his cell. Which is it? It doesn't sound like Barry now. First he was locked in his cell with Brevis in it. But now on Brevis is short. The cell wasn't locked. Now I'm missing a lot, apparently. Maybe I had better things to do. But yeah, I sounds like a lot of excitement here. Nico's show. Somebody has to have a copy of that. Somebody has to. So you're saying that Nico was defending who was he defending? And Popeye didn't like that. So they kind of had it out, is what you're saying. I guess the bromance is over, huh? I just saw the good stuff. And what did Nico accomplish by taking his show down? I mean, he said what he said on it, right? He defended somebody else over Popeye, right? Oh, that was a mistake. Now Popeye can do some shows about Nico now for a change. That would be interesting to see. What we got is a bunch of fucking losers. That's what we got out there. And it's fun to watch them. Or listen to them, either way, you know. Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Junior, no. Did they eat yet? Huh? Not yet? I want to put something in there. Hold on, let me see something here, folks. Let's see. Special dog medicine and vitamins. Now in Ginger's thing, break this up. It's very easy to break up. And mix the gravy, but you don't detect it. No, it's gonna have to be more broken up than that. Here. My teeth. Obviously, I have teeth to do this. There we go. That's a start. Okay. Brilliant, I tell you. Brilliant. Brilliant. I wasn't there to hear it though. Sounded interesting. You got Nico show, you had Barry's show last night. That was a scream. That was a scream. Then Brevis put something on. Brisket says, "You think Popeye drove his mobility scooter at high speed after after so the wind so wind would dry his tears? Possibly. That's his only begotten son. Nico's his only begotten son, and Popeye's, his daddy that's never been in his life, like a surrogate dad. That's a shame. It's a shame. Shame. So Nico felt he had to take his show down. Why? Something to hide. Okay, so Nico sided with a troll that Popeye didn't like. Okay, got that. See, I miss out on all the good stuff, which means that I'm not exactly privy to all the information on here. I'm not spending my day trying to find a live show that's on because I got better things to do. But thanks for bringing me up to speed on this. But I did get to listen to the Bummer's show, and he just didn't have any viewers. He was getting pissed off and really agitated. And then when I forgot who it was that showed up, he almost lost it, almost shit his pants. Oh, somebody here I can relate with. Hey! And he was really excited about it. And he's still trying to build this channel up. I mean, he still wants monetization. I mean, seriously, folks, if you're in this situation, your only concern is to get your freedom and whatnot. And, several factors in this. No matter what happened between him and his lawyer, whether, he's lying again, his lawyer is still representing him, which is most likely the case. But I would understand if his lawyer just bowed out on him. I could understand and threw him to the street, threw him to the curb. I could understand that he's not cooperative with his lawyer. But as Barry likes to state, he says that I tell my lawyer what to do. He don't tell me what to do. Well, why did you hire him? I mean, if you knew it all, then you could just represent yourself, which why don't you do that? Represent yourself. Show up. You got a lot to say all the time. Show up. Defend yourself. And again, he says that, I pleaded guilty to only one charge. Well, there's 5 charges for the same thing. So when you plead guilty, you're pleading guilty to all 5 charges. I think the boy's confused. Cornfused. The boy's cornfused. It's one thing or the other. Which is it? Now, is it February 8th or March 22nd, the new date of his Gaylord wedding? As I said, I still want to know. And people want to know. What's their attire? Is it going to be casual, filthy, sweaty, urine-smelling shorts? Or is it going to be more formal? People need to know. I need to know. Now, of course, I don't want to be a wedding crasher. But if I show up, I want to make sure I'm in proper attire. It's a respectable thing to do, Yeah, March 22nd will come, whatever, before that. Well, we decided to wait because I think I'm going to get out free here now or something. There's always some kind of excuse. There's always some kind of a lame statement. Brevis always trying to get the attention. I don't know why. Somebody like Brevis, Drew Norty, if anything, he should keep a low profile. He ran away from California for good reason. and he wants to gain more attention in another country, bring attention to himself. That don't make any sense at all. Brisket says March 22nd. May as well just push it to April 1st. Why not? Yeah, whatever suits him. I mean, after all, let's be fair about this. There's a lot of preparation for this big event. There's a caterers involved, and you know, sending out invitations, embroidered invitations, planning it with the staff, setting up tables in the outside room outside the cell, cleaning up there a little bit, him getting the piss stains off his shorts, sanitizing the cell area. There's a lot to do. A lot of planning in a situation like that. Words don't come easy for me. Do you take this woman as your lawful wife in sickness and death? And yeah, I do, as long as it's going to help me stay in the Philippines. You betcha. You betcha. Brisket says Shaw's getting Barry's gold wedding tooth made by Cebu's cheapest jeweler. Here's the thing. How do you let your teeth get like that anyway? Did he ever brush a day in his life? I've only got 2 teeth missing, and it's way in the back upper. But my real teeth are all there, but they're capped. It wasn't cheap, but cheap here in the Philippines, yeah. In America, we'll be able to afford to do this at some point. I mean, that's a lot of money just to have your teeth capped. But my teeth are capped, and I've got teeth in my mouth. But imagine how does he even eat his brisket sandwich anyway? He's got to gum it down. Got to gum it down. Gum or bummer. How does he eat the other foods that require chewing? It's called mastication. He'll turn around and say, I never said anything about masturbation. Why are you saying I'm masturbating? No, mastication. Mastication. It's not masturbation. You dumb hillbilly. He's probably had a tooth smacked out of him every place he has lived. That's probability. Stefan says Barry's hygiene must be so terrible. Look, I can't even imagine it. Look, I shower all the time, but tropical heat, and sometimes I'll put on that medicated baby powder too. It comes in a yellow bottle thing. It really helps because in the tropics, man, you could get staph infections so easily out here. It's why I don't wear brief underwear. I was wearing that for a while, and when I did, what happens? It rubs against the inner thighs near your groin area, creates friction and inflammation. Then with the sweat and filth and all that stuff, turns into an infection. You don't want that to happen. I'll avoid that like the plague. But he showers maybe once a month or something there. Oh man, you got to get out that antibacterial soap, man, in a big way. And then he'll reuse his towels because how often does he wash his clothes unless he has his girlfriend, his indentured servant, as far as he's concerned? How he treats her, my opinion. to wash it for him. So he'll reuse that towel over and over again with all that skin flakes and sweat dirt and bacteria. I can't even imagine. Yeah, his hygiene must be terrible. Oh, but wait, man. Hotter months are coming up, man. It starts happening in March, actually, really. I don't know how he survived it last year and the year before. Yes, Barry said he doesn't shower often, as when he does, it floods the other floor. Floods the other floor? Oh my God. Wow. Well, there's still a benefit. You're not giving him benefit, though. I mean, come on, man. It's free rent, electricity, all that stuff. His girlfriend brings him stuff. He's got his Social Security, so he orders from Grab. That's like, what, $13 a day or something on there? And he has no money coming in, and he has no Social Security disability. I don't think his girlfriend is able to provide that every day. I just seriously don't think so. You don't make much in a Sorry Sorry store and making these 3-inch carpets or whatever it is. Nah. And he certainly ain't getting no donations. So, where's this money coming from, right? Brisket says, imagine having foul Barry water washing down into your cell. Oy. So the Indian guy's still there, huh? He's getting a bad deal. Oh, you don't even bother with the guy. But yeah, because the guy is a little bit loopy, And the guy's going to break one of these days, and Barry's going to get his ass in trouble. Oh, and he keeps on talking about TJIF. If your woman ain't getting away, he would have done this and that to me. Well, he had Brian Hollywood over there as a backup plan. He would not have showed up at TGIF if Brian wasn't there. Yeah, it's like having beer muscle. You think you're a tough guy because you get intoxicated. Think you could take on the world. It's the same thing. It's like, if your woman wasn't there, she didn't get in the way of me. And when I seen that he was there, I'm the one that got up off my table. And I went there. I didn't run away. I went over there. After a while, Brian got up and he rubbed against me, passing by to the other side of the room as if to say, "Don't fuck around, boy. I'm here." He had 2 weapons. The coward had 2 weapons, and none of them would have been his hand, except for throwing a very thick rum glass at my head. Secondly, he had his knife in his right pocket. You know, familiar he is with knives, like the bar event, where he wielded a knife to the waitress. Aloe di Vinta? Oh, we're blessed today, folks. Aloe di Vinta. Brisket says maybe Shaw's getting some modeling jobs. Oh, that's perhaps. You could be right. Could be. Never know. I won't make any more statements other than okay. That's as far as I go with that. Aloe di Vinta, where have you been? You've been hiding, or maybe not, hiding in broad daylight under a different name or something, but I'll get around to checking my email when I'm done with this. I promise. I promise you. Anyway, this has all been really entertaining. I guess I'm missing things on here. I guess I'm not much aware of what's going on YouTube because I didn't catch Nico's channel at all because he took it down. But I did catch Barry's last night. Well, I catched it this morning. I actually got up late, 7:30 for me. Ooh. Stefan says, big wedding day is coming up in a detention. Yes, it is, man. I smell the scent of strawberry cornetos. If that really was going to happen, man, it would have to be an event you have to attend. Come on, let's face it, it'd be the event of the century, really, on YouTube here. He thinks he's going to accomplish so much if he was actually able to marry her, but he doesn't get it. His particular situation doesn't warrant any benefits for him for getting married, although he figures that, well, if I marry the woman, then it's going to give me a stay in the Philippines. They're going to, not deport him. But if he was able to get married, he would just be complicating his situation a lot more. Because face it, the reality, folks, it's not fair to Shaw because there's no divorce in the Philippines. And having to be married with him, and then he's going to dispose of her because all he wants her to do is to marry him as a tool. And then he's going to dump her later on after he gets his freedom or whatever. You know that. I know that. We all know that. We know the scenario. And she's going to get hurt in the end. I don't know how people could be so gullible and naive. I really don't know. It's like, what's in it for her if she marries him? I know what's in it for him that he's hoping for, but what is in it for her? It's not like she'll be marrying Prince Charming or something, and a guy that has money and could provide a future, a future. Stephanie says that would be the worst thing she ever does if she married. But I agree with you for lots of reasons. Brishka says, will Shaw pass out and hit the ground from his breath after the wedding kiss? God, I hope he doesn't slip her any tongue. Please, I couldn't handle that. Imagine him slipping some chick tongue. Oh, yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Got to be free. I've got to be free. Do, 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 do. You don't mind, folks, do you? Do, 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 do every day. Got to be free. I got to be me. What else can I be? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. I do as much of this as I can. And you want to wait till your muscles hurt a little bit too. Then give it a rest for a day or so. Then do it again. Yeah, that's the way it works. Frail Frank. Oh, I actually love that. I'm anything but frail. There was a time I actually had to lose about 8 pounds. Well, I know that doesn't seem like much to you, but to me it was. Oh, seriously, man. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, Aloe posted on his own channel, on Aloe Divinta channel. Okay. Oh, I'll definitely have to watch that. I'll make a note of it. Oh, yeah. Maybe I could watch that while I hit the treadmill. I've got to be free. The joy I get out of this whole thing is that, like I repeatedly say, I don't have to do much. Barry does everything on his own and just frees my time up. I mean, seriously. I understand a man's quest for freedom, but you got to work toward freedom. It just doesn't come to you. You got to cooperate with your lawyer. You have to stop doing videos. The same kind of videos I got him in this place, and I mean that's just elementary, isn't it? Scott Del Fuego. Who's the one that died? Who's the one that Fazio's clonies? There was Scott Del Fuego. And who's the other creep? It's been such a long time now. Scott Del Fuego was a retired police officer in Chicago. And of course, that's not his real name. Got to be free. What else can I be? Well, Barry, I'm going to tell you something. You're doing a real good job of keeping yourself in prison, but the outside world is not being very kind to you. I don't know why you want to stay in the Philippines anyway. Oh, Scott, the Philippines. Some Aussie goober. Okay, another Scott. Great Scott. Okay, I'll definitely have to watch that. I assume Alo's saying it's on his own show. Okay. I don't know where Alo's been hiding. I think he's been out here the whole time, really. Just listening. Fly on the wall. But that's okay. Maybe that's the best thing to do for all of us. Just be a fly on the fucking wall. That always works. Lumina says, Frank, in Nico's live, Jay the Aborigine comes in and kisses Nico's booty. Yeah, I can see him doing that. Jay, the big health expert, all of a sudden, right? Hey, look, I don't hide the fact that I still smoke, but Jesus Christ, folks, I mean, I'm not a chain smoker like this guy. He takes it all the way to the filter. I wonder if he takes it all the way up the ass. I don't know. Illuminar says, Jay, the wishy-washy Aborigine. Funny about Aborigine, I was watching a movie last night. It's called Glitch, and I've been following this series. I've seen it before. There's a good-looking blonde chick in there, too. Very natural-looking. And the dead were coming out of the graves, and I don't know why, and, you know, didn't know they were dead. And anyway, in there, they actually have some real Aborigines in there. It's part of this whole, you'd have to follow it to understand where they came in on this. This guy that used to be mayor of the town like over 150 years ago, 100 years ago, locates his family because he went and got and had impregnated an Aborigine girl. I don't know who the hell would do that, but you know. So I got to see some real Aborigines last night on this series I was watching. Frisky says Jay huffs those cigs like he is playing a didgeridoo. Very good one, man. Like I said, man, I smoke. I don't, I admit to that. But guys, let me show you something. You see this cigarette? Let me show you something. You see this cigarette? Okay. I smoke down to there. Then I discard it. I don't smoke it all the way down to the filter, and I don't chain smoke. There you go, about right there, gone. In fact, I'm going to have one right now. Didgeridoo. I forgot how that's pronounced, but yeah, I got you. I know the instrument, yeah. That's an interesting comparison, though. I like that. Oh, like I said, man, all the years that guy's been drinking and smoking himself. I mean, he thinks that going to the gym is a solvable problem and all that, but he's fooling himself. They're all fooling themselves. Ricky, the whole bunch of them. John Blaze, the whole bunch of them. Yeah, John Blaze has been quiet ever since Ever since his picture's been out there with his big long beard and silver in it, looks older than me. He's supposed to be like, what, 20 years or more, or whatever, or 20, whatever, younger than me. He looks like that. He looks worse than, what's his name that comes on Kevin's show? Philip Janik. Boy, is that guy. Whew. Man. That's a real fucking winner. And if this dude is looking worse than Philip Janik, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, holy shit. Blaze, the gnome. Yeah, the gnome. That's why he's been quiet. Because he's so embarrassed that everybody got to really see what he looked like. Shit, I'd be hiding too. He always has something to say, and he will. He'll get on there at some point. He'll always have something brilliant to say. Just a matter of time. Let's see. The world's first trailer gnome. You might be right on that. You might actually be right. Let me see, what else am I supposed to do? I gotta give medicine to the dog. I gotta... Oh, us monsters live such interesting lives. See, I got responsibilities, son. I got responsibilities. Always have responsibilities. I take my responsibilities quite seriously. If this guy had a fucking dog, he wouldn't live very long. He'll get in a bad mood and throw a rock at its head or boil some water. This is what this guy's made of. This is pure fucking evil, man. Pure fucking evil. If something really exists that we could actually define with the word evil. Pure fucking evil. He redefines the word evil. God, the things he does. I told you, I always put a judgment on people on how they treat animals. I could not be in a relationship with a woman, I don't care how good looking she may be, or she's built like a brick house, I will not be in a relationship with a woman that does not love or respect animals, certainly domestic animals, and I just couldn't, I couldn't do that. And I wouldn't do it. I just would not. As I said, I don't care what she looks like, how much money she's got. I draw the line, as you very well know. I'll draw the line on that too. Brisket says, I suspect that Blaze stole the clothes he was wearing in that short from a transsexual rough sleeper. Yeah, I saw the shoes, if that's what you're making reference to. I saw those clown shoes, slippers, whatever they were. I think that says a whole lot. I think that says a mouthful. Oh, I got the wind picking up here a little bit. Oh, shit. What did I have to do today? God, there's something I had to do today, and I'm trying to think. Besides finishing up my... I was going to go for a walk because it's a cool morning, but... See what happens? I put all the shows on later than normal, so there was no excuse, so I have to go re-hit it. And I feel quite empowered when I do exercise, because I know I'm at least doing something good for myself. And you look at these goobers on here, man, they're in piss poor shape, Always the age thing. Oh yeah, you're gonna die soon. Well, I'd almost be willing to lay money out on that, but how do you do that on death? But, that I would live a longer life than some of these goobers on here, despite what the age difference actually is, the gap in age. No, I'm no wizard or anything like that. I could tell the future, but, it doesn't take much to figure it out. Don't worry, we're not going to go into a health thing. I always have to say that. I'm just saying that I know enough that These particular clowns on here, they all kind of meet the prerequisites of an early death. They're not spending money on lab tests or anything. They have no idea what their levels are of LDL and especially specifically the triglycerides. They don't take piss tests, blood tests to see what's going on internally. They just let it fester until they just fucking drop. And Jay can't speak. Fucking guy has fucking seizures, man. Mr. Health all of a sudden, right? The fucking guy has seizures. And that happened when him and Barry, then Barry supposedly rolled him for money, 400 American bucks, is what the word was out at the time. Jay didn't know any better, man. He was out like a light. It was like, good night, Irene. Again, himself, very sensitive. Remember, he was being a barrage of attacks by Aloe and his Goonies. He cried. Ah, he was with Barry at the time. Leave me alone. I can't remember all the words. Maybe some. God, I would love. God, can you guys produce Aloe? Come on, you must have that. Send me that too. Send me that one, please. Please send me that one. I know you must have it because you have a whole arsenal of videos. Please send me that one. Send another email with that one. I would sir appreciate it. Sir appreciate it. That one's a winner. Bummer robbed Jay while he was experiencing the dream time. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Now, for legal purposes, I'm going to say, well, that's only what I heard. Because I don't know that to be fact. But that was indeed brought up. It was. Where did it come from if it didn't happen, Would he do something like that to his so-called friend? Fuck yeah. He's done that to everyone. All the people that he took money off and didn't pay off. And he has the gall to say that I don't think the world owes me. You think the world owes you something, Frank? World don't owe me nothing. Then why are you always begging to the world? Why do everybody want you want everybody to pay your fucking bills, your food, your bail, everything? Why is that? Well, Aloe said, Illuminar, go to Aloe Vinta's channel, and supposedly he's got a link or something on there, or he replayed it or something. He's got a link or replayed it or something. Go over there. I'm talking on here now, so I can't do two things at once. I'm not that clever to perform such a technical challenge like that. Okay, I think it's going to be worth watching. But I still want to post this out to Barry. We do need to know the proper attire for the wedding. And what happened to the February 8th date? Now it's March 22nd. So what's going to happen before March 22nd? It's going to be May of this year. Which is it? You got to make up your mind sometimes, because people have to prepare for this gala event. Well, can I scroll here? If you say so, I don't know. I'm trying to catch Aloe's comment on here. Where is that comment? Check your email. Then something was said about they got the. I guess I'll just have to check my email after the show here. I don't know. Okay, I got to see what Aloe has to say on the email. I got to get off here because I got to finish up doing some things I needed to do anyway. Man, I got to get this exercise over because I need a fucking shower. Yes, I actually shower. Even use antibacterial soap. Wash my hair, everything, the whole 9 yards. Something is funky. Oh, there's always something funky on here, Luminar. But I still would like to see if it's supposedly going to be on Nico's broadcast that he took down, his live. I would love to see that. And what is replay doing? I don't know. Something is funky. Oh, there is. There's a 4-minute clip. Oh, there is something there then. There's a 4-minute long clip on Aloe's channel. Oh, I got to go see that. Okay, listen, guys, I got things to do here, or things to finish up anyway. So then something I got to do later today, but I have plenty of time for that. But I got to, because I really need to shower up. Yeah, I actually do take showers. And I change my underwear, the whole 9 yards. I do all of that. Brush my teeth and all that good stuff. And I got to take my vitamins. I just had 2 eggs scrambled. That's all I had for breakfast. Okay, you see it too? Mark Catley sees it. Okay, well, before I do anything, let me go over there and check it out. What is it? Was it a clip of Nico's show? Was that what it was? I love this shit. Will Shaw's wedding dress be made from the rags? You have to ask her. Don't ask me. Ask her. Okay. Definitely got to check it out. But I got to tell you, for a guy that wants his freedom so bad, he's working really hard on establishing the absolutely opposite. I mean, fall's good with me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Keep up the good work is what I say. But, oh well.